Nothing says classic sports car in America like the Corvette. Just no question about it. And Corvette is back better than ever with some new twists, believe it or not, just when you thought you'd seen everything. James Bell, the head of consumer affairs for General Motors, joins us, along with Michelle Krebs from Edmunds.com, senior analyst there. James, just show me around this new ride. This is really something.
All right, well, first off, I'm going to tease you with something. I got a little audio tape for you.
Okay.
Listen to this. That's me acting like a 10-year-old boy right there. Now, this is obviously the all-new, exactly, well done. The new Stingray, it's an exciting car because first off, it brings the Stingray name back. That was a name brand that had been on hiatus for several years, several decades actually. But when this car came out, it was pretty clear that we had something special here, and it does so by having an incredible exterior, one that's great to look at and also very aerodynamic, very lightweight, so it gets great fuel efficiency, 29 miles per gallon on the highway, but 455 horsepower from the engine, and more importantly, from my way of thinking, a beautiful interior, and that's something that the existing Corvette, it was lacking, there's no doubt about it. This one's really addressed that and taken the Corvette right up there to be just as competitive with the Porsche 911 as anything else on the road.
Oh man, it's just absolutely beautiful. But you know, it's something I did not realize, James, honestly, was they were always Stingrays to me. You know, Corvette was a Stingray, it was synonymous, but that's not the case. You have brought back that that particular label.
Yeah, I mean, from my way of thinking, the Stingray, and you're right, it did go away for many, many years. Because I think Stingray has to have it all. It has to have a beautiful exterior. It has to move the needle forward from a technology perspective. It has to, you know, not have any compromises in a Corvette. And I think that's what's exciting about this. In fact, the story goes that when this car was finally kind of coming into shape, as it is as we see it today, when the designers showed it to Ed Welburn, the head of GM Design, his comment was, "Wow, I think the Stingray's back." And that then became a real rallying cry for the company. And I don't know if you can see it here, but we've got the Stingray badge all ready to go right there.
Back on the car. All right, well,
that's right.
Fuel economy, though, that's just not something that is normally synonymous with performance cars. Why did you focus on that?
Well, actually, Michelle, I mean, you look at the whole industry. It is
get used to that, Mark, because we're going to see more and more of that. You know, every automaker is working on better fuel economy for all vehicles, cars, trucks, and also sports cars. You know, we have hybrids, sports cars on the racetracks now, and it's an important issue because government regulations are coming into effect that are much higher fuel economy. Lower emissions in other countries are very important. You get that from better fuel economy. So we're going to see that. We're going to, you know, we see an electric Tesla, we see hybrid Porsches and other Ferraris. So the fuel economy in sports cars is going to be just, it'll be standard equipment.
Yeah, well, talk to me about the performance of this thing and technology as it advances. You know, it's just not about, you know, more horsepower.
Well, no, that's right. It's about getting the best of all worlds. I mean, this particular motor, as I said, is a 6.2-liter V8, but it has a technology for turning off 4 of the cylinders when you're just kind of cruising down the 5 freeway. And but then the beautiful thing is, and the beauty is the fact that when the road opens up, which doesn't happen very much on the 5, let's be honest, but when it does, you give it a little bit more throttle, and away you go. I mean, all that power is just in reserve. And so that's where the technology comes in. Aerodynamics, too. I mean, I'll just reference this grill here on the hood. As the air comes in, we are able to lay the radiator off at a slight angle, which is something we learned from our racing program with the current generation Corvette. So as the air comes through, it does the job on the radiator, and then we can pump it out over the top here, reducing drag on the car so it gets better aerodynamic numbers, but also improving the stability of the car at higher speeds, because that then becomes a valve to release some of the pressure of lift. So it's you know, it's a really advanced car. At $52,000, it's almost a bargain.
Oh man, I'm telling you what though, worth every nickel. It's a Corvette Stingray. All right, folks, for more information, where do people go?
Yeah, go to Chevrolet.com. We've got a special section there on the website that's all devoted to the new Stingray.
And at Edmunds.com, we're covering it like crazy.
Fantastic. Well, James, Michelle, good to see you. Good to see that car, too.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for having us.
All right,
Yeah,
take care.
Thanks.